I'm going to start with the white. That's not too bad for a watercolour. It does. We'll see how that dries. I'm going to rinse that off in a different pot because I don't want the white to contaminate. And actually I'm going to do the yellow first, or actually no, I'll do the buff titanium first. I'll kind of go in chromatic order because I don't want to contaminate the lighter colours with the darker ones. Alright, buff titanium. As expected, it's a fairly opaque colour. And we'll see how that one moves in a wet wash. And then I'll do the yellow, just like I said, because I don't want to contaminate these lighter colours with the others. It's a really sort of bright, cool yellow. Okay, we'll come back here to the Sennelier Forest Green. That's a really nice, rich, sort of green colour. It's fairly opaque straight out the tube, so I'll just water that down a bit. I enjoy having this on a palette in place of like a traditional phthalo green blue shade, because even though it has that pigment in it, it also has a bit of black and the PY42, so like a yellow ochre colour, and I just feel like it just makes it a nicer colour to use on its own as well as in mixes. It still acts like a phthalo green in mixes, at least from my experience. Okay, definitely got a bit too much paint here for the turquoise green, but it's such a beautiful turquoise colour. Don't worry about that mottling at the bottom. That's not the paint, that's the paper. I think the sizing's expired on this paper, or at least it seems to have, but usually it's mostly just on the edges. So that's why I use these a lot for swatching. Okay, so then we have, moving on to the Rembrandt Szmal Quinacridone Pink. So they call it Quinacridone Pink, but it's PR122, so it's actually a quinacridone magenta pigment. It's a very pretty version of that. Alright, so my husband and daughter just got home, so we may be interrupted by a little child in a minute. You do? I'm in the attic, honey. Okay. Okay.
I think you would like it.
Yeah? What is it? Let me see. Oh, you got me a flower?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Little Daisy, how cute is that?
I got it. It was already picked at the where we got the library books.
Oh, when you went to the library?
Yeah, so it's already there. It was already picked, so I thought you could like it.
Oh, thank you very much. I do like it.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day tomorrow.
I'm going to make a little present.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to make a little present all of my own.
Honey? Yes, honey.
After you do that video, can we do a Mummy Layla video?
Yeah, okay, we could do that, honey. Sorry about that. That last one there was Manganese Violet PV16. And then next up we have the Phthalo Green Blue shade, which is PG7. A very standard phthalo green colour. You can see what I mean by like this one, Forest Green by Sennelier, being a much nicer shade straight off the bat without mixing, but phthalo green is a very good mixing colour.
Look at this book.
Yeah, of course you can, honey.
Why is there a bookmark in here?
Because that just shows the next page that's ready to be used. Alright, and then we have Perylene Red. I'll try and do this quickly before my camera battery dies and I have to change it. So this is PR 178. I think the only other Perylene Red I've tried before is the one by Daniel Smith. This is a really lovely rich red colour.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like it too.
And it's the dark part I like.
Yeah.
The light part is a bit more lighter.
Oh, okay.
It's a
The
bit
last colour,
lighter.
the last colour we have here is Quinacridone Madder, which is PR 206.
What's that?
And it's like a reddish brown.
Why
See?
does it have to go on the bottom?
Because I ran out of space, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
Mummy was silly. I miscounted how many paints I had and I didn't leave enough space for it on the side part. So it goes down here.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's just some swatching.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to change the camera battery and I want to come back and I want to show you some of these Roma Szmal colours against the colours I already have in my Roma Szmal palette and just talk about them in a little bit more detail. So I'll be back in just 1 second. They're not completely dry yet, but I just wanted to give you a little close-up of how these look. So the opaque white is kind of what I expect from a watercolour white. It's not super opaque, but it's fine. I think it will work well for mixes for creating pastel shades. Forest green, love it. That turquoise green, beautiful. Buff titanium, fairly standard, like it. Quinacridone pink, I really love having a magenta on my palette. The manganese violet is actually a very beautiful version. I really like that one. PG7, pretty standard. Perylene red, a really nice bright, like sort of fire engine red. And the quinacridone yellow is a really nice sort of lemony yellow. I don't normally like lemon yellows, but I like this. This is quite bright, but without being too green, which I like. And then the Quinacridone Madder, unfortunately the paper down here is, the sizing's gone funny, so. But again, it's a really nice sort of browny red shade. I almost prefer this to like a traditional burnt sienna type of colour. But, so those are the new colours that I got. And like I said, I'm going to show you my Roma Szmal palette. Because this palette is full. Oh, jeez, what was that? Oh. It's okay. It's just a bit of flaked paint. I thought it was a spider. It surprised me. It's fine. Okay. There's a bit of paint that flaked off the palette and for some reason I thought it was a spider. It made me jump. Okay. So this is my current Roma Szmal palette. Turn it around. And that's the swatch card. I got these two colours mislabeled. Someone kindly let me know in the comments that I'd made a mistake there. And so I fixed it. But yeah, so these are the colours that we have, and I thought I would just do a quick comparison of the swatches against the colours, the new colours that I got, and sort of maybe explain why I got these colours and which ones I'm going to maybe swap. So, starting with the yellow, let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see a bit clearer. Okay, so you can see the quinacridone yellow is quite a bit brighter than the brighter as in it's cooler, sorry, not brighter, it's cooler than the benzimidazoline yellow, which I currently have in there. And I really like the benzimidazoline yellow and Nicolazzo. The golden yellow is quite a warm yellow, which is alright, but I definitely prefer Quin Gold. So I think the golden yellow might be coming out, but we'll see. Then I've got quinacridone burnt sienna quinacridone, sorry, there, which is similar to the Quinacridone Madder, but the Quinacridone Madder is a bit redder, so might still keep both of these. As for the red, the Perylene red, I've got Scarlet Lake, I've got Cherry Quinacridone red, which is different, Permanent Alizarin Crimson, which is different. The Pyrrole Rubine is a bit brighter. Perylene Maroon seems to be the closest in tone to it, so we'll see about that one. I have a surprising amount of reds. I'm surprised by how many reds I have in here. I might take out the Scarlet Lake. I don't know. I don't use that one too much at the moment, but I do like it as a shade. So I don't know, maybe it will replace Perylene Maroon because they're pretty close. But also, I always feel like the Perylene Red is a bit darker than the other reds that I have. So we'll have to see. And then the Quinacridone Pink is going to replace Quinacridone Fuchsia. I definitely think it's a bit brighter than the Quinacridone Fuchsia. I prefer the hue of PR122 to PR202, just personal preference. And then Manganese Violet, I don't have anything quite like it on the palette, so I'll have to find somewhere to put that one. I currently only have, Perylene Violet and Mineral Violet, but Manganese Violet is quite a different hue and I like it. The Phthalo Green, again, I don't really have anything similar, but I think the Olive Green Light and the Deep Green Gold are fairly close in hue, and the Olive Green Light is a mixture of a mixture of 4 pigments, so I probably will take that one out and put in the Phthalo Green. Then the last colour that I haven't talked about is the Buff Titanium. So I got Aquarius Grey, which is also PW6:1, but I don't use it. And I definitely find I tend to use Buff Titanium more when it's on a palette compared to like a grey. So I think I'm going to switch those out as well. So that's my thinking. I think there's another colour that has to come out to make space for the Manganese Violet, but I will figure that out. I'll probably end up taking out Caput Mortem or Hematite Violet. These two are very similar shades. One's just a bit darker than the other. So I might take one of those out and make space for the other violet that I wanted to put in. So we'll see. Once I've decided and I come to redo the palette, I will do another little video on that as well and share that process with you so you can take part, I guess. And I'll do a new swatching video because I'll have to make a new swatch card. So that's everything that I got today, or in this last haul. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, these 4 here were very much inspired by the palette by Kimberly Crick. I've been playing around with this one. I've been really enjoying it. It's been fun, really lovely granulating mixes, and yeah, so I really kind of wanted to have that combination, and I did realize I didn't have these at all together on one single palette, so I wanted to make sure I had it on one of my palettes at least. And like I said, Roman Szmal is fairly affordable, so I like to put those, so I wanted to get those. All right. Oh, thank you. Who's that? My daughter just gave me some artwork she did. That's so beautiful.
That's me, that's Daddy.
Oh, wow.
There's a person, that's sky, and that's grass.
Well done. That's really good. And you've drawn us in all of our favourite colours, haven't you? So yours is red, mine's purple, and Daddy's is orange. That's really good. Love her little artwork. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I know this has been fairly chatty and somewhat interrupted by a small child, which I hope you don't mind. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.